Here we go. Okay, good morning. So we were just talking about, I got a nice reminder about balance this morning, yesterday. So we're going to talk about balance some today. And so I want to go ahead and start today actually standing. So just very mindfully sort of stand up. And I just want us to start in mountain pose. We're going to do mountain pose a couple of times today throughout our sequence. I just want you to, before we get started, to mountain pose with your shoulders kind of are down and back, tiny micro bend in the knees, palms facing slightly forward, but hands relaxed, but just sort of mountains, strong, steady, and then let yourself sort of fall into your feet. Maybe close the eyes. Just feel all the touch points of your feet to the ground. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. We're not doing anything here, just noticing how our bodies feel. And then just a very gentle rocking, just maybe back and forth, maybe side to side. Again, just being mindful of where you are in your feet. And then moving up the legs, feeling your knees, your hips, spine, shoulders, head. Breathing in, breathing out. And then one nice deep breath in. And let's open mouth out. Nice. Good. Just a nice start to our practice. Then go ahead and sit. And as we come into our practice today, just allow yourself to set aside the day thus far. Just come into your breath, into your body, breathing in, breathing out. Setting an intention for today. That could be a word or phrase or just thought, something to come back to if you find yourself distracted. Allow everything else to wait and give yourself this time. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Now, if your eyes are closed, go ahead and gently open your eyes. And we're going to start just a little bit with our ankles and wrists. So either propping if it bothers your knee or lifting, sort of one at a time, point and flex the ankle. And look at your foot and see how your foot is moving when you're pointing and flexing. Just become aware of that movement. Inhaling on flex, exhaling as we point. Matching up that movement just helps us keep things slow and watching. Is our alignment straight? Nice, lowering the foot up, other foot up. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. This leg might be different. If this bothers this knee, totally fine to rest the heel on the ground. Very nice. And then also propping the knees on your heels, propping your heels on the ground with your toes gently flexed. Fan your feet out and then in. Trying to keep your feet straight, fanning them out and then in. So sort of showing the bottoms of your feet to each other and then fanning them out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in when you show them to each other. Breathe out when you fan them out. But just being aware of any weak spots you might need to take care of today, being mindful of today during our practice. Any spot that might be bothering you, just being mindful of it. Very nice. Feet down below our knees. And then just with our wrists, holding our arms out, let's making a gentle fist. Let's tuck and flex the wrists. Inhaling on the flex, inhale up, exhale down. Just bringing awareness to our arms, our joints there. Very nice. And now inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, floating the arms down and out. Again, inhaling, arms up, breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale out through the nose, fingertips to our shoulders. And just seeing how your shoulders feel today. How high can you keep your elbows? Can you keep them parallel with the ground? Your upper arm parallel with the ground? If your shoulder is happier down here or one, that's totally fine. And we're going to inhale. Want to straight back, but don't arch too much. It's not too much of a back bend, just a neutral, nice supported spine. Feet are below the knees. Inhaling, reaching back with the elbows. And then exhaling, keeping the spine straight. Exhale, bringing the elbows together. Again, trying to keep them higher and not making this about your back. So inhaling, stretching out. Exhaling. Just marrying that up with your breath. Feeling into your shoulders, getting everything moving. A little more motion, a couple of times. And then on your next inhale, holding the elbows out to your comfort point, but trying to find that space. Inhale and exhale here with your hold. Inhale and exhale, finding those tight spots. And is it something that you can get a little more stretch to? Always staying within your comfort zone. If you have an edge, back off. And anything that we do here, whether it's movement or hold, if you prefer the other, if you prefer movement, move. If we're moving and you prefer hold, hold. Your practice. A couple more here. Very nice. Then exhaling, elbows together. Ooh, that has my attention. Now we'll hold here together. Nice inhale, feeling the upper back stretch. Exhaling out any tension. Nice. Let's do a nice wide open inhale. Hands back, shoulders back, and exhaling across the body. Whew. My shoulders are tight. Little hug, little massage. Inhaling, arms open. Exhaling, other arm on top. Nice massage, nice movement. Good. Inhale, now exhaling down. And now let's take, we're going to sort of move our arms over our head. Just a gentle rocking back and forth. Just breathe evenly. You don't have to necessarily marry it up with the motion, but just sort of a gentle rocking, steadying your seat, balancing through your seat, both sit bones balancing. Just inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Welcome to bring a little gentle sway to the neck, maybe to the waist, just getting into the side body here. Feeling your feet, how are they supporting you as your seat goes a little off balance. Very nice, just a couple more. Gentle, steady breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Good, and coming to stillness, arms down. Gentle inhale up, arms up. And as you exhale, just a very gentle twist, just to the side, maybe the palm on the outside of the opposite knee. Couple breaths. Inhale through the nose, out through the nose. Relax the shoulders, kind of warming up the body still. Feeling your balance in your seat. Knees separated, sort of hip width apart, not collapsing in. Relax the hands, relax the face, breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Then inhaling, lifting the arms up. And exhaling, gentle little twist over to the other side. Palm to the outside of the other knee. Knees staying about hip width apart. Just inhale through the nose and out through the nose, no straining. Relax the shoulders. Feeling any difference on this side? Maybe the hip feels different or the back. Inhaling in goodness to any of those spots that need it. Exhaling out any tension, anything you don't need. Very nice. 2 more breaths here. Very nice. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. And exhaling, lowering down. Nice. Little gentle shoulder rub if that feels good. Any movement that feels good. But that very gentle twist is excellent for email breaks. It's not anything extreme, just being present in lifting your arms up, which lifts our spine up, and then gently from the belly to the shoulders, just a gentle twist, nothing extreme, doesn't require a lot of warm-ups, but is great for in between emails, anything like that. Okay, now if you'd like your strap, I'll show you with and without the strap, totally your option. I'm just going to move our legs a bit. So maybe one leg wants a strap and the other doesn't, totally your choice. If you don't want the strap, what we're going to do, you can use it or not. We're just going to inhale, hold on. Inhale, exhale, bringing the knee up. Inhale, straightening the leg out. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Inhale, exhale, up. Knee up right toward your chest. Inhale out. Exhale up, inhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Inhaling to the other leg, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then if you're going for more movement and not as much like core strength or leg strength, you can allow your hands to do more of the work. So allowing your hands to pull because maybe this hip is really tight, you want to bring the knee in closer than you could do on your own, or you want to straighten it more than you could do on your own because you want to give your hamstrings more, then allow your hands to do more. So whatever feels good to you right now. But if we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now we'll go back to the other side and just do a little bit of holding. So we're going to bring it up. And again, whether you want to hold it up yourself or just use it for balance or make the hands do the work. Let's, a few breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Really feeling into that stretch or into the strength of pulling the hip in. 2 more breaths. Good, and then straightening it out. Again, either power in the leg to hold it up, power in the hands for more length. Inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Good, and then bringing it in one more time. Maybe trying it differently this time, making the hands do more, making the leg do more. Inhaling through the nose, out through the nose. And lowering down. Other side, strap onto your other foot, or not, depending on what you're doing today. So bringing it up first, nice gentle inhaling and exhaling. Relax your face. Relax your toes, either going into the stretch you're giving yourself or really breathing into the power if you're doing more of a strength challenge. Breathe in, breathe out. Very nice, then straightening out. This leg might be different, might require more hands, or you might be able to challenge this leg a little bit. If it's down, that's totally fine. If you want to go for the straight leg sort of strength, just find your stretch point. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Then last one here, bending that knee in. Challenging that hip muscle or pulling it in for range. A little of both. Relax the face. Very nice. And lowering down. Now let's put both the feet out. So we're going to flex both legs, straight legs if you can. Coming forward on your seat a little bit might be a little bit more comfortable, always being nice and steady though. We're just going to do a little bit of a forward fold. So with our feet flexed, micro bend in the knees. We don't want to stress the knees. And if that just doesn't feel good on a knee, feel free. It's always yours to bend. So inhaling, nice tall spine. We're going to exhale with straight back, bending from the hips, and just find your stopping point. It might be right away. You might be a little more flexible, but finding that straight leg, straight back, lean, this really stretches the fascia. I feel it even in the bottoms of my feet, from the feet all the way up the legs, into the back, into the neck and head. And then just sliding your hands down to a nice supporting spot for you. Neutral head, straight back, breathing in, breathing out. Don't hold the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Just a couple more. It's a challenge. If you need to bend your knees for a break, it's totally fine. Just challenge yourself. A couple more breaths. Steady inhale, exhale. Very nice. And walking our hands up our legs, bring ourselves back up. Tucking the legs in. Now actually with your legs just sort of slightly out so that you can see your ankles, I want you to point your toes, a real just pointing. We're not putting any weight on them right now, and it's not a big leg stretch. It's just, I want you to see your ankles with your toes pointed. Just see if they're lining up. Just kind of stretching, sort of maybe playing with in and out so you kind of see the difference between in and out versus straight. Just looking at your toes. We're going to use this a little bit later, so I just want you to look at your feet. And now come on to the balls of your toes. So the balls of your toes maybe you're flat on the mat, your balls, and you're sort of lifting your foot up with, I don't know if you all can see my feet, but you're doing more of this on the mat with your lifting, kind of, we call it Barbie toes. Kind of flexing the toes, but not flexing the feet. And then keep your ankles straight, just looking at your feet. Maybe lower the heel down and lift back up with our flexed toes, standing up, leaning on the balls of our toes. Okay, now coming back, we're gonna stand up from our chair position. So bringing your feet under, getting your point of balance, no hands, that works for you today. Leaning forward so that we don't have any straining, and then lifting to stand to our chair stand, lower back down, standing up. If this bothers one knee, maybe skip this today or see if you can find a position that does not bother your knee, but don't bother your knees. One more, creaky chair, and then standing up. If you can stand in chair pose, just like we're gonna sit, either hands on the legs, or if you want your hands up over your arms, or out to the side. Let's just do 3 breaths in and out, we can do it. Very nice, then standing up, pushing the ground away. Very nice. Go ahead, maybe shake the legs out. Great. Now in sort of our balancing theme today, we're going to do cat-cow, but we're going to do it standing. So we just fire some different muscles, makes you a little bit more aware of your feet than we are if we're doing this seated or on our hands and knees. So just taking a stance a little bit wider than your hips, putting a bend in the knees, hands on the knees. And at any point, any of these positions can be seated. I think we've done some of them now where you know them seated. You could at any point sit instead or do it part way, any of the positions that we're doing. So we're going to exhale, tucking the tailbone, reaching with the middle of the spine up toward the ceiling and tucking the chin. Exhale. Inhale, leading first with the tailbone, reaching out and up with the tailbone, dropping the belly and reaching forward with the heart and face. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the tailbone first, reaching up with the mid back, dropping the chin. Do this a few more times with your breath, your pace. Inhaling, exhaling. If at any point this becomes uncomfortable for your knees, just please sit and enjoy the cat-cow seated. It's great spine movement. Relax the face. Feel how your feet are supporting you. As you really inhale into your spine, exhaling out any tension you're holding. Let's do 2 more. And then as you finish, just pushing the ground away, straightening up, and meet me in mountain pose. Maybe close your eyes, feel your feet, calves, knees, hips, back, shoulders, neck, head. Breathing into all the places and exhaling out. Nice, one more breath. Very good. Now we're going to go into a bit of a wide leg folding. So find your comfortable wide leg pose. It does not have to be super wide, and whatever works for you. And again, this is always possible seated. So for whatever reason you want to try both, or you just want to do one or the other, always your option. But finding a nice wide leg, always micro bend in the knees too. If you feel any straining in the knees, make sure you have a little micro bend in your knees. So we're going to lean forward, straight back first until your straight back is, has reached its limit, and then go ahead and let the head fall, maybe running the hands down the legs so you have your hands on something. If the ground is accessible to you or you put a block there. But just relax the head, let the head hang a bit. Micro bend in the knees right now. If you hyperextend your knees, making sure you're not doing that. And if it feels better to have a bend in your knee, that is fine too. We're getting the benefits here of a little bit of an inversion and stretching out the hamstrings. Now just gently walk your hands over to one side. You can be up on your fingertips maybe. If you had your hands on your calves, just moving both hands to one calf or top of the knee. And now reaching across with that hand. So we're almost sort of doing a twist. So if you're over your left foot, reaching with your right hand over. If you're over your right foot, reaching with your left. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Lowering the hand, walking back to center. Breathing in and out. And now walking your hands over to the other foot or moving both hands to the other leg. Or if you're seated, just moving your torso over. Let's breathe in and out. And then reaching with that opposite hand again over the foot. So kind of a twist, a reach. Very nice. Lowering the hand, walking back to center. Putting a bend in the knees, almost like our goddess legs. Hands on the knees, and then stand, pushing the ground away, standing up. I want to have, we're going to go back and do our forward fold some, but I wanted to have maybe you can always use the back of your chair in front of you. So if you want to try the standing postures, but maybe you feel that you don't bend over as much as you want to, you can always use the chair too as a support instead of on your legs through straining. So we're back in our wide leg fold, either hands on the ground or hands on the knees or hands on the chair. We're just going to gently rock, bringing your knees not over your toes to each side, rocking back and forth, gently, slowly. Maybe let's inhale neutral, exhale one side. Very nice. And now staying right in the middle and center, we're going to push ourselves up to standing, sort of a wide leg, and then dropping down into our goddess legs. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Inhaling up. If this bothers your knees at all, you can do more of a gentle, legs not so spread. Exhaling down, or sit in the chair and do more of the seated goddess pose. Exhale. exhale. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and we'll hold down. Always good to use the chair for balance if you'd like. Okay, we can do it. Let's do 3 more breaths. Feeling the strength in our feet, 2 more breaths. Very nice, and pushing the ground away, standing up. Very nice. Then some forward fold. Feet can be about hip width apart. Inhaling, nice tall spine. Exhaling, go ahead, put the hands on the hips just to show we're going to pivot from our hips into a flat back front fold. And when you find your spot for your flat back, go ahead and you put your hands on your chair, hands on your knees. If you can reach the floor, good for you, put your hands on the floor. But let's try our straight back, neutral spine. So from the top of our head to the bottom of our spine, nice and straight. Feeling our feet. Contact with the floor, breathing in, breathing out. Allowing this nice hold to really let the breath into all the tight spots, relax the face. Maybe on an exhale, finding a little more range, only to comfort. Couple more breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Feel where your breath is going. Very nice. And then putting a bend in the knees. If you have your hands on your knees or the chair, pushing up through the ground, lifting ourselves to standing. And then let's go back to our mountain pose. Inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Always nice to close the eyes if you'd like. But how do your legs feel? How are your feet, your shoulders, your back? Inhaling and exhaling. Micro bend in the knees. Strong feet, keeping us balanced, keeping us up. Very nice. And now close to something for balance, we'll move into our balance pose, and we're going to do a variation on the goddess pose. If you prefer tree, you can do tree, but this is a nice, it's just a bit of a different, just a little different, but we know goddess and we know balance, so we can do this. So from our mountain pose, and with something close by for balance to touch on, a chair or the wall, just being aware of where the balance is in your feet. And shifting your balance over into one foot, becoming very present in the weight of your body, and one foot maybe lifting the opposite heel. So you're just really nice and planted. And then that opposite leg, we're going to bring it out. So hold on to something. You're welcome to hold on to something. Just bring the foot out, sort of a flexed foot, open hip, and lower it. And bring it up. And lower it. We're just giving the body a chance to feel the shift in balance points. A little raising and lowering. And now with the leg down, propping your heel on your toe with your knee just out, sort of in a goddess pose with your foot down. Bring your hands up. So we're not lifting the leg yet. We're just kind of giving ourselves a nice prop here with our knee out and arms up. Breathe into that. Our weight is in our grounding foot. And then here's an option where you can hold one chair on your balance point and lift that leg. You can do it up and down. Let's get a little movement. And then hold. Both arms can go down, but really thinking about your grounding foot, the power in your core, really drawing up your body into your shoulders, holding you steady. 2 more breaths. Very nice, and lowering the leg down slowly. Little walk back and forth. And now for our other side. So first finding our mountain pose. Shifting the weight over to that other foot, being very present there, maybe lifting the heel off the foot so you're really planting into your leg. And then putting your knee out, let's go ahead and lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift. Just giving yourself that chance to kind of find your balance. And then holding the leg up, let's hold the leg up, holding onto our chair. Flexing the foot that's in the air, micro bend in the knee. If this bothers this knee, don't do it, or do it seated. Two more breaths. Very nice, then lowering the foot down. So with it propped, with our knee open, our hip open, propped, let's go ahead and take our goddess arms. So our weight is in our grounding foot, just sort of propping on the toes. Feel your balance in that grounding foot. And then lifting the leg. Just little lifts. And then holding it up. Arms where they need to be for you. Two more breaths. Very nice, and lowering the leg down. Little movement in the hips. Very good. Now holding on to the back of your chair, or you can also do this against the wall, I want us to think about our feet and our ankles from earlier when we were kind of on our toes and our Barbie toes and all of that. So just without any weight shift, just one at a time, kind of bicycle the heels up, looking at your feet to make sure your ankles aren't collapsing in or out. Just kind of marching with our, sort of prancing without going anywhere. Just keeping our toes on the ground, watching our feet movements, knee, hip, foot alignment. Very nice. And then with your feet under your knees, sort of hip width apart, coming up onto the balls of the toes. If this bothers you in pain, please don't do it. And you can put a micro bend in the knees. If it bothers one knee, maybe drop that leg and just do one leg at a time. But coming up on the balls of the toes and then lowering slowly. Coming up again on the balls of the toes. Watch your ankles. Are they nice and straight? We're not falling out. We're not falling in. Lower. Let's lift. Lower. An added balance challenge, lifting and lowering without your hands. My ankles start to wobble all over the place when I'm not using the chair. So it's more important to keep the alignment straight So if you can challenge yourself slowly to do this with your hands on your hips or maybe one hand on your hip, do that. But if your ankles are wobbling all over the place, better to just use the chair for balance to allow ourselves to strengthen our ankles. Let's do 2 more. And then let's do a hold for 3 breaths if you can do that. Maintain your alignment. Very nice, and lowering down. Whew, oh my goodness. That has my attention. My calves and hamstrings are wide awake. So roll out the legs, whatever feels good there. And then before we sit back down, I want to meet me in mountain pose. Let's have our mountain pose again. And just see how the awareness has changed. Your feet, always a micro bend in the knees. Feeling your body so straight and so strong. Very nice. One more breath. And then sweeping the arms up. Inhale. Nice stretch. Inhale, stretch, stretch. And exhale, floating the arms down. Very nice. Now, as we go into we're going to do a little forward fold. Again, always an option if you'd rather be in the chair to do the forward fold from the chair. We're not going to hang there for a long time. We are going to do this, but I always want you to know you always have the option of seated versus standing. So taking an inhale, there are 2 ways to go into your forward fold. If you inhale, you can sort of put a little bend in the knees and kind of swan dive with a straight back and then lower the arms and head. That's one way. Or straight up and sort of hands in prayer, just kind of curving more down. So whatever feels good for you. Inhaling up. We just want to be deliberate, mindful, and just not throwing ourselves down into a forward fold. Hands on the ankles, calves, knees, ground, block. And allow the head to hang. We've done a lot of work on the legs, so this gives us a stretch with that sort of gravity help. Feeling your breath on your knees. Always fine to put a nice bend in the knees if that feels good on your back or your legs. Put a nice bend in the knees and just let your head hang here. Good. Now as you inhale, I want you to bring your hands up your legs, stopping at the thighs and neutral back. So this is just a brief standing straight forward, straight back, half lift it's called. We did with the chair. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, hands up the legs to the thighs, straight back, neutral head. Exhale, down. One more time. Hands up the legs, half lift, straight back. And exhale, down. Just you can sway back and forth if that feels good. Little ragdoll, maybe bicycle the legs. So good for our flexibility, our fascia. Nice, then putting a bend in the legs. Reaching up, up, pushing the ground away. Inhale. And exhale, floating the arms down. Very nice. Now this is where our towel is going to come in. So placing the towel kind of right in front on where your feet go before we sit in our chair. And I'd like you to stand on that rolled towel. So hopefully for you all, the balls of your toes are on the ground. So it's really in your arch and in between your heel and your balls of your toes. So right in your arch. And then we're going to come into our chair. So just bend your knees first. We don't need to do the arms just yet, but I want you to feel the difference of balance. If this bothers your knee at all, you can get the same sensation seated with maybe moving the towel up forward. But bending the knees, and just kind of a foot massage. Maybe rocking back onto the towel. If it hurts your knees at all, you can also just do this standing, knees straight. Kind of rock back and forth on the towel. It's just a nice massage for our feet. Keeping the ankles straight, watch the ankles. Good, and then slowly sitting down. Seated. There. That was the towel, just a nice little foot massage for our arches. Also, if you're dealing with any plantar fasciitis, obviously, something harder, even like half of a pool noodle, you can cut a pool noodle in half lengthwise and do that standing on the pool noodle as well. Okay. Let's do a little work with our arms. So reaching out, arms back, inhaling, exhaling, arms together slowly. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, arms down slowly. Now really reaching for the ground. So not just letting the legs or arms fall down, but reaching for the ground. Exhaling, arms up. Inhaling, arms out. Exhaling, arms in. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reaching with engaged hands down. Exhaling up. Now opening the arms. Opening our stance just a little bit. Inhale, wide arms. Exhaling over to the other side. Straight back. Inhaling, open. Exhaling to the other side. Inhaling, open. Exhaling to the other side. Inhaling, open. Exhaling. Let's do one more each side. Inhaling, open. Exhaling to one side. Very nice. Hands down. Exhaling down. And then inhaling, reaching up. And then exhale, reaching with both hands, palms facing together. Not your arm, keeping your knee, your ears and shoulders in line. Reaching over to one side. We'll stay here, so breathe in and breathe out. Actively reaching. If this bothers your shoulders, feel free to lower one or both arms, but reaching, hands sort of shoulder width apart. Shoulders and ears in line. Reaching, breathe, grounded on our seat, relax the feet. 2 more breaths. Good, exhaling, arms down, elbows down. Inhaling, reach up. And exhaling, other side. Reaching. Really actively stretching the arms, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Two more, reaching. Good, and then inhaling, reaching up, and exhaling, floating the arms down. Little shoulder rub. So we're going to move into our inversion, our wide leg inversion. Whatever that is for you, whatever works and feels nice. Elbows on the knees, a pillow or block below you to put your hands on your feet, whatever feels good. So inhale, nice tall spine, and just exhale, allowing yourself to fall forward. Feeling that nice low back stretch, never to any pain, just a nice stretch. And then allow the head to dangle. Arms should not be hanging though. Cross the arms at the elbows if your hands aren't on the ground or on your feet or on your knees. But find your space here to allow yourself to breathe in health and vitality and wellness. Breathe out anything that doesn't serve you, stiffness, lack of range. Inhaling in all the goodness, exhaling out anything you don't need. Relax the head, relax the jaw. Steady breath in and out. Maybe bringing to mind your intention. Feeling into your practice. Maybe every several breaths, drawing in a nice, deep, full breath, feeling how that full breath stretches out your back and your hips and really energizes the body, and then exhaling out everything it grabs and takes out. In our last 30 seconds here, maybe tightening up some spots that you think you might be tight, and then let them go. Sometimes bringing tightness to the hips or legs or shoulders, and then releasing will really show you where the tightness is. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Bringing your awareness back to your feet, back to your hands, keeping the head down, but bringing the hands, forearms up to the knees. Inhaling, and on an exhale, gently lifting yourself, pushing from the knees to seated, sitting in that lovely flow and circulation. Gently closing the eyes, just feeling the body. Very nice. If your eyes are closed, gently dropping the chin, opening the eyes. And then bringing the knees over to one side. We're going to do our side chair twist. The twists are so cleansing, and they can revitalize you if you're feeling down, and they can calm you if you're feeling anxious. Twists are sort of an all-in-one. They're very nice. It's a nice thing to do as sort of our last before we settle in. So inhaling up, arms overhead. And as you exhale, first with the belly, ribs, shoulders, and then head, if you'd like, looking out past your shoulder. Using the back of our chair for support, but not gripping, just knowing that it's there and allowing yourself to ease into the twist. Twists are so cleansing, but this chair twist allows us to twist without a gravity pull or pressing or worrying about balance on our legs. So just enjoy the twist, breathe in, breathe out. Maybe on your exhale, finding a little more range, just to comfort. Nice, 2 more breaths here. Nice deep full inhale. The exhale, unwinding with the head, shoulders, ribs. Moving to the other side. On our knees, opposite side to the chair. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, gentle twist, belly, ribs, shoulders, head. This side might be different. Find your spot and then just breathe into it. How are your ribs, your shoulders, your chest, your back? Breathing in, breathing out. Relax the feet. Breathing in any tension you may be holding, exhaling it out. Two more breaths here. And then one nice big inhale. And exhale, head, shoulders, ribs, belly. Very nice. Moving our legs back around. So then coming to standing, I just want us to take one more mountain pose before our Shavasana. Just feel your feet, the strength of your legs, your knees, your hips, back, shoulders, head and neck, all grounded, balanced. How do you feel? What is your body telling you after your practice? Very nice. Take a nice inhale, reaching the arms out and up, stretch and up. Deep inhale and exhale, floating the arms down. Coming back to seated. If this is where you'd like to spend your Shavasana, we will move into that before just a few stretches. We can do stretches in your Shavasana preferred place, so whether that's the bed or the couch or the ground or with a pillow. But I want us to think about our feet again and flexing and pointing. Flexing and pointing. Now hold the point, point, point. Maybe it even straightens your legs. Nice, strong point. Feet might feel very different from one another. Point, strong, flex. Flex. Now bringing it into the entire leg. Let's put the right leg. Left leg down, right leg, strong flex. All the way up to the seat. And relax. Left leg strong, flex. All the way into the seat, legs, thigh. And relax. Our hands, let's reach them out. Palms up, fingers spread wide. Palms down, spreading the fingers wide. Feel that difference in the shoulder. One more time, palms up, fingers wide. Palms down, fingers wide. And then one last nice stretch, open. Do your hands go back a little further now? Arms wide open and bringing them in down to your knees. And then let's dip the ear down to one shoulder. Nice breath in and out. Inhale, lifting the head up. Exhale, down to the other side. Very nice. Head back up. And now find your seat and your place and your breath, maybe lowering the chin, gently closing the eyes. And just bringing a nice sense of peace and strength, relaxation. Allowing your body to soak in everything you did for it today. And appreciating everything it did for you. Your feet are relaxed. Your legs are relaxed. Your hands, arms, totally relaxed. Neck, shoulders, relaxed. Your face, happy, peaceful, relaxed. And your thoughts are your breath in and out. Bringing your awareness back into your body. Aware of your breath. Small movements to your fingers and toes. Movement into the wrists or shoulders, whatever feels nice. Some nice deep breaths. If your eyes are closed, dropping the chin slightly, opening your soft gaze. And then lowering the hands, stretching the arms down and then out and up. Inhaling. Palms together, lowering the hands to our heart space. May we have peace and love and light and joy in ourselves and share that peace and love and light and joy with others. Namaste, everyone.